The following is a presentation of the Ad Astra Sports Network, leading the way in regional sports coverage. Your home for the McPherson Bullpups is 98.9 and 1540 KMCP. Find exclusive Bullpup content online at adastraradio.com, including schedules, stories, and game day audio. Just ahead on the Midway Motors Drive to the Game, we'll preview tonight's matchup. 98.9 and 1540 KMCP. The McPherson Bullpups play here.
At Midway Motors, we are here for you for every mile of life. Whether you're shopping for a new or used vehicle or selling one, Midway Motors will buy your vehicle even if you're not in the market to buy one of ours. Just stop by one of our 5 locations and one of our appraisers will evaluate your vehicle and you can leave with a check the same day. It's fast and easy. Visit MidwayMotors.com for more information. Midway Motors, for every mile of life.
98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
Well, hello, good afternoon, and happy Tuesday. Good evening, actually. We welcome you to the McPherson Roundhouse for coverage of McPherson High School girls basketball here on 98.9 and 1540 KMCP. It's the non-invitational game for McPherson High School girls as they play host to El Dorado before taking a much-needed break and preparing themselves for the Mid-America Classic. But today, McPherson looks to continue to take this part of the season on a high note before getting ready for next week's tournament. Thank you so much for tuning in to 98.9, 1540 KMCP, adastraradio.com, streaming live on the Ad Astra Radio mobile app and watching live on Ad Astra TV. With studio engineer Sherry Bruce and live stream coordinator Jeremy Snap, I'm Lane Gillespie. Thank you for spending your Tuesday night with us here tonight. Just a girls' game tonight here at the Roundhouse. McPherson is 5-6 on the year, 4-1 in Ark Valley Chisholm Trail League Division III play, following their win against the Circle Thunderbirds on Saturday, 64-36. That game was the second win in a row for McPherson, their third win of their last 4 games, and their 4th out of their last 6 contests. After starting off the year 1-4, which started off with a win and then a 4-game losing streak, it's finally turned around for the McPherson Bullpups, especially in league play. They're 4-1 in league play, which is the top spot in Division III. This is a cross-divisional matchup, though, as El Dorado is in Division IV of the Ark Valley Chisholm Trail League. But this has been a turnaround-type year for the program for El Dorado girls basketball, a program who only had 7 combined wins in the past 5 seasons. They're now under first-year head coach Chance Whitehead and are 5-5 this season. In league play, they are 2-3 in Division IV, which is a very, very tough league in their own right, with teams like Wellington, who's the number 1 team in the state, Andale, who's in the top 10 in the state, ranked at number 10 in today's Kansas Basketball Coaches Association rankings. Clearwater, who's always been one of the premier girls basketball programs in 4A in recent years. But El Dorado is starting to make their way towards that list, as they're in 4th place in their league standings, coming off of a year last year where they finished 1-19 and winless in divisional play. It's been an all-time turnaround, especially under a first-year head coach, who we'll talk about a little bit more as we continue the Midway Motors drive to the game. But today, it's the girls' basketball matchup before the McPherson girls and El Dorado girls get ready for their mid-season invitationals. Both teams will have their invitationals the 29th through the 31st, both of them in their home gymnasiums. McPherson will be at the Roundhouse for the Mid-America Classic, while El Dorado will be at home for the Lady Cat Classic for 3 games in a stretch of 3 days. And for both of those fields, not an easy field by any stretch of the imagination. The Mid-America Classic tournament bracket will be released on Thursday, and the first day of that tournament will be Thursday the 29th. Of course, the boys are preparing for their tournament as the McPherson boys get ready for the McPherson Invitational this Thursday through Saturday. It's going to be a fun next couple of weeks here at the Roundhouse. Let's start it off tonight with some girls basketball in a cross-divisional matchup between the McPherson Bullpups and the El Dorado Wildcats. We'll preview more coming up next in the Midway Motors Drive to the Game. Right after this, we'll give you the series history between these two schools, a pretty lengthy history between McPherson and El Dorado. You're listening to coverage of McPherson High School basketball for the Midway Motors broadcast booth on KMCP.
You're on the Midway Motors Drive to the Game. Streaming online at adastraradio.com and on the Ad Astra radio app. The McPherson Bullpups play on 98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
Pools Plus is starting the new year off with giant savings. 15% off all spa accessories. Use less chemicals in your spa and help soften your skin with no powerful odors with O-Care. Save $50 off your next box. Up to 50% off all in-stock spa covers. New year, new savings. Shop local. Shop Pools Plus, 21 East 1st to downtown Hutchinson.
Outdoor living doesn't start until you call us at Pools Plus.
I'm Jared. Since 1948, we at Krupp Lumber in Heston have been helping customers choose the perfect lumber, find the right tools, and improve homes every step of the way. We offer a wide selection of top-quality windows and doors like Marvin and Anderson and R.D. Henry & Company cabinets to make your home stand the test of time. Not only do we offer paints and lawn and garden supplies, but we can build floor and roof trusses in-house and can help you design your own. Ask about our in-state delivery. Krupp Lumber. Service is our specialty.
Hi, I'm Josh French, owner of Tallgrass Turf Solutions in McPherson. We provide expert turf management, offering fertilizations, aerations, and pest control. And we are dedicated to quality workmanship and exceptional customer service. If you want to ensure your lawn receives the utmost care, trust our experienced professionals at Tallgrass Turf Solutions. Find us online at tallgrassturfsolutions.com. Tallgrass Turf Solutions in McPherson. We build gorgeous, self-sustaining lawns.
From spring planting to landscaping and fall cleanups to winter snow removal, LS Tractor is your warmest pack tractor for all seasons. Our universal skid steer quick attach system makes switching out attachments a breeze, and our tough heavy lifting loaders give you added strength for any job. Start with reliability and power, stay for a wide range of capabilities, attachments, and implements. Get more features for less money. Start blue, stay blue with LS Tractor. Visit Moundridge Tractor, where customer service has been our business since 1985.
Welcome back into pregame coverage of McPherson High School basketball here on 98.9, 1540 KMCP. It's the girls' basketball matchup tonight as the Bullpups take on the El Dorado Wildcats. We continue the Midway Motors Drive to the Game by giving you the series history between these two teams. Joining us now is our Bullpup historian, Mark Heidebrecht. Now, Mark, these are a couple of teams that, have faced each other quite a few times, but, with them being in separate divisions, it kind of becomes a little bit scarce as of recent, but still pretty hefty series between these two.
That it is. In fact, we've played 77 games in this series, and McPherson's leading by a big margin, 66-11. The series actually started in 1975 when McPherson joined the Art League, and El Dorado was a part of that league. And the last game was just last January in El Dorado for a 55-29 Bullpup win. So the 77 games we've played with El Dorado ranks fourth out of 106 basketball opponents since 1969. So they're right up there. Mm-hmm. Our home record is 36-3 against El Dorado, and our away record is 30-8. Offensive averages: McPherson averages 58.1 points per game. El Dorado averages 33.9 points per game. The average winning margin for McPherson is 30.1 points per game, and it's 10.7 points per game for El Dorado. McPherson has a current 38-game winning streak versus El Dorado dating back to 1998. That's 27 years now. The highest scores in the series: McPherson scored 95 points on December 1st, 2017 in El Dorado for a 95-24 win. El Dorado's highest score in the series is 61 points. That occurred on February 27th, 1979, in McPherson for a 61-52 win. That was 47 years ago. Wow. El Dorado. Girls won. Highest winning margin, this is another unbelievable one. We won by 71 points on December 1st, 2017, in El Dorado by a score of 95-24. I imagine there was a running clock.
Oh, yeah.
If they had that rule in 2017, they may have.
I think they did.
El Dorado's highest winning margin in the series, 31 points on January 14th, 1983 in El Dorado, winning by a score of 56-25, 43 years ago. Coach Kinneman's record versus El Dorado is 1-0. Longest winning streaks in the series. McPherson, playing in McPherson, has a current 23-game winning streak dating back to 1994. McPherson, playing in El Dorado, has a 19-game current winning streak dating back to 1998. El Dorado, playing in McPherson, had a 2-game winning streak between 1992 and 1993, and El Dorado, playing in El Dorado, had a 3-game winning streak dating between the years 1987 and 1989. So pretty old history back there.
Pretty lopsided as well.
Oh,
obviously.
yeah,
All
lopsided.
McPherson, which is nothing new.
It's kind of front loaded for El Dorado. They did their winning early on in the 70s and 80s, and haven't done much since.
Right. Well, this should be a fun one tonight. So, Mark, thank you so much for joining us. We'll give you the boys' history next Tuesday when the Bullpup boys take on the Wildcats. But, Mark, we'll see you again this weekend for the McPherson Invitational Boys Tournament. Should be a fun one. So
Should be.
We'll see you then.
All right.
We'll preview more coming up next as we continue pregame coverage of McPherson High School girls basketball against El Dorado tonight. You're listening to coverage of Bullpup basketball from the Midway Motors broadcast booth on KMCP.
More of the Midway Motors Drive to the Game coming up. Midway Motors in McPherson, Newton, Hutchinson, and Hillsboro for every mile of life. Your home for the McPherson Bullpups is 98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
Hi, I'm Andrew Ealing. I'm excited to tell you about the Poo Squad of Hutchinson. Are you tired of the unpleasant task of picking up dog poop? I can help. We offer a one-time or weekly service for your convenience. Our pricing is affordable and varies based on the number of dogs. For one dog per week, it's only $12 or $52 a month. You can easily book online at hutch.thepoosquad.com or call or text at 620-322-0522. We take a lot of crap from our customers. Contact the Poo Squad of Hutchinson today.
At Blue Stem Communities, they believe in living well at every stage of life. With trusted locations in McPherson, Heston, North Newton, and Hutchinson, they're proud to offer vibrant senior living options from independent living to assisted care and skilled nursing. Each community is grounded in compassion, connection, and a commitment to nonprofit mission. Come and see what living well can be at Blue Stem Communities. Live well with Blue Stem Communities in McPherson, Heston, North Newton, and Hutchinson.
Locally owned and rooted in agriculture, Terra Financial Crop Insurance knows farming. With hands-on experience, they're invested in protecting your fields and future. Call Ryan Buznitz in Mound Ridge and McPherson today. Terra Financial, growing security, one field at a time.
At Hutch CC, I learned way more than what was in the books. Small classes, real support, and friends who feel like family. It gave me the confidence to chase what's next. Your future begins at hutchcc.edu.
At Health Equip, we are committed to bringing comfort to you and your home. That's why we specialize in health and mobility products designed to keep you feeling your best and living with ease. From CPAPs and BiPAPs to oxygen services and respiratory supplies, our full line of equipment is backed by friendly, knowledgeable staff ready to help find the right fit. Right now, enjoy 20% off our power mobility products and lift chairs. Find us at healthequip.com or visit us in Hutchinson, Newton, and McPherson. Health Equip, comfort, care, and a better way to live.
98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
Welcome back into the McPherson Roundhouse. We continue pregame coverage of tonight's girls basketball matchup between the McPherson Bullpups and the El Dorado Wildcats. It's not an invitational game. There have been a lot of midseason invitationals going on this week as we speak. In fact, the majority of them in the state of Kansas are going on this week. But McPherson's girls will be next week in the Mid-America Classic, January 29th through the 31st. Of course, the boys play this week, the 22nd through the 24th, as part of the McPherson Invitational, which, of course, will have coverage of all three of McPherson's games in their span of 3 days. We'll also have recaps of not just McPherson's game, but every single game that will be played in the three-day tournament. We'll have those on McPhersonRadio.com this week. The same will be said for the Mid-America Classic, which will be played next week. But first things first, McPherson is looking to close off the first half of the season tonight on a high note. 5-6 on the year, but they started off 1-4. Currently, McPherson on a 2-game win streak after defeating Circle 64-36 on Saturday. El Dorado lost both of their games last week, but both against really good teams. They lost at home to Wellington 1 week ago today, 57-33. Wellington is currently the number one team in 4A in girls basketball with an unblemished 11-0 record this year. They are the reigning defending state champions in 4A, looking to defend their crown this season in Hutchinson. The El Dorado girls as a team, though, 5-5 on the year, 2-3 in league play, coming off of their loss last Friday to Mulvane on the road in their non-league matchup. In their league games, they lost to Clearwater by 15 points, 51-36. They defeated Wichita Collegiate 42-35. McPherson will face Collegiate in the first Tuesday of February 3rd, that is, on the road. And Collegiate has not won a game yet this year, so that'll be a game to keep an eye on. They lost to Andale 64-40 early on, actually in their first game of the calendar year of 2026. Andale's currently 6-3 on the year and are number 10 in the coaches' rankings for 4A this year. And then they also fell to Rose Hill, or correction, they defeated Rose Hill 32-26, and then most recently fell to Wellington on Tuesday. For McPherson, again, 2-game win streak, but this is a team that averages 39 points per game. El Dorado averages 38, but for both of them, the numbers are pretty even. McPherson gives up about 45 points per game. El Dorado does the exact same, and in fact, if the season were to have ended today, this would be the sub-state semifinal matchup, which would be the 8 versus 9 matchup in the 4A West. McPherson is the number 9 seed. El Dorado is the number 8 in the 4A West so far, as we're about halfway through the season, just about halfway through the year. Of course, the number 1 team is still Wellington. We'll preview more coming up next in the Midway Motors Drive to the game as McPherson girls get ready to take on El Dorado. You're listening to coverage of Bullpup basketball from the Midway Motors broadcast booth on KMCP.
The Midway Motors
or check us out online at ag360insurance.com.
Protect your home with WaveTech Roofing and Guttering in McPherson. Eco-friendly synthetic roofing to lifetime gutter systems, we deliver durability you can count on. Call today for your free estimate or visit wavetechroofing.com.
At the Good Merchant, downtown Lindsborg.
Controlling your own weather can be easier than controlling anything else these days. This is Julie with RC Heating and Cooling. With a well-working cooling and heating system, you can be in control of your indoor weather at home. With so many things out of our hands, it's a good feeling to have a bit of stability. Call RC for a free estimate on new cooling and heating equipment. Call RC when your unit isn't up to par. Call RC to stay comfortable in any weather. Call RC 241-2787.
When recovering from a hospital stay, being in the comfort of your home is important to heal. The compassionate home care team of nurses, therapists, social workers, and home health aides from Hospice and Home Care of Reno County can help you achieve that goal. We are your friends and neighbors, caring about our community and the people who live here. Hospice and Home Care of Reno County, your local not-for-profit agency serving a 50-mile radius of Hutchinson. We care how you live.
98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
Welcome back to the McPherson Roundhouse. We are just a few minutes away from tip-off between the McPherson Bullpups and the El Dorado Wildcats in this girls basketball matchup here tonight in McPherson. The Bullpups have just now taken the floor. El Dorado has done so already as they look to get their 6th win on the year and go back above 500. They're currently on a 2-game losing streak after falling to Wellington last Tuesday and then falling to Mulvane last Friday. And then they will get ready for their midseason invitational, which will be in El Dorado January 29th through the 31st. for the Lady Cat Classic. McPherson looking to get on a 3-game win streak after coming off of a 64-36 win against Circle on Saturday before they get ready for the Mid-America Classic, the 29th through the 31st, that being next week here at the Roundhouse. It's not going to be an easy task at all for McPherson in that field. As you can take a look at the field, it's very star-studded, just like it always is, and McPherson is also looking to really turn things around in the right direction after struggling to start off the year. You may remember both the girls and the boys did, but the boys have turned a new leaf. They've won every game in the year of 2026, and they're on a 4-game win streak before going to the McPherson Invitational this week. The McPherson girls looking to get themselves back on a high note, especially before the Mid-America Classic. And then it won't be an easy stretch afterwards with Wichita Collegiate and Andale, and then Hayes before resuming league play all the way up to the playoffs. Again, both these teams are pretty even if you look on the stat sheets, as this is the number 8 versus number 9 matchup if the season were to have ended today in the 4A West sub-state standings. El Dorado is number 8 with their 5-5 record. McPherson is 5-6 with them being the number 9 spot as we speak right now. But obviously still a lot of season to go for pretty much everyone in the state of Kansas, because this is still just the first half of the season. But the first half of the season about to come to an end here today, as this would be this is game number 12 for McPherson, game number 11 for El Dorado. McPherson after this has 11 games left, so this is the exact halfway point of the 22-game regular season for the McPherson Bullpups, and they want to finish it off at 500, and this is about the point to where I wouldn't say that they would want it to be, but definitely after the start to the season where they would want it to be after starting off 1-4, especially against tough teams like Salina South, Liberal, Derby, and Andover. It's now time for the Act 360 Insurance starting lineups for both of these teams. Let's start off for the McPherson Bullpups. They are 5'6" senior, number 10, Marin Sanbo. 5'9" senior, Brooke Doyle. 5'6" junior, Riley Whitfield. 5'9" junior, Piper Alvord. And 5'9" sophomore, Carly Cooper. Again, those starters for McPherson: Sanbo, Doyle, Whitfield, Alvord, and Cooper. For the El Dorado Wildcats, their starting lineups are as follows. They will be 5'7" junior, Audrina Scott. 5'8" senior, Jenna Hadley. 5'7" junior, Cameron Parker. 5'8" senior, Addie Hull. And 5'7" junior, Ellie Bressler. Again, that's Scott, Hadley, Parker, Hull, and Bressler. Those starting lineups are brought to you by Act 360 Insurance. Act 360 Insurance is here to partner in your legacy. Contact agents Darren Eddy or Cody Moores in Inman. Let's break down the McPherson Laundry and Dry Cleaners uniform combos. For McPherson, they'll be in their home white unis, white jerseys, white shorts with red trim and black trim on the left and right side. Red lettering and numbering on the front and back with a black outline spelling McPherson above the numbers. The right leg has the McPherson Bullpup logo. For the El Dorado Wildcats, they are primarily in red and black. They are in black jerseys and shorts with red and white trim. Red lettering and numbering on the front and back with a white outline, and in cursive it spells El Dorado above the numbers. Those uniform combos are brought to you by McPherson Laundry and Dry Cleaners. It's where to take your clothes. If you tuned in earlier to the Mark Heidebrecht segment to give you the history between these two teams, McPherson is on a 27-game win streak against El Dorado. This is the 17th all-time meeting between these two schools. McPherson leads 66-11. The last time El Dorado defeated McPherson was in 1998. The last time El Dorado won at the McPherson Roundhouse was 1994. But these are two pretty even teams, and again, it's a pretty big turnaround team for El Dorado after having 7 combined wins in the previous 5 seasons. El Dorado brings in first-year head coach Chance Whitehead, and he has given El Dorado 5 wins already this year, and they're not even at the halfway point of the season. This is game number 11 for them. Correction, so this is game number 12 for McPherson, but this is game number 11 for El Dorado, and they already have 5 wins on the year. They last year finished 1-19 on the season, 0-10 in league play. They're 2-3 in Division 4 of the Yark Valley Chisholm Trail League this year. So this is a team that could surprise some people. Ball tipped high to the air, toss to the tap, won by McPherson. It was Brooke Doyle versus Addie Hull. We are underway here in McPherson. Bullpups go from right to left as we view the floor here courtside. McPherson coming off of a 64-point performance, the most points they've scored in a game this year. Far side, Cooper hits a long-range two to start the game on a high note for McPherson. Carly Cooper coming off of a career-high 10 points on Saturday, and she gets the first points to fall today. It's 2-0 McPherson, 30 seconds in. Near side, Parker, guarded well by Alvord. Shot block taken by McPherson. They want to push. Whitfield up ahead, goes all the way. Layup misses, rebounded by El Dorado. Now Whitfield coming off a career-high 23 points on Saturday, including having 19 at halftime. El Dorado with the ball, 45 seconds in, looking for their first points. Ball top of the key was tapped out of bounds by Marin Sambo on the far side. It will stay with the El Dorado Wildcats. McPherson under head coach Clint Kinnaman, his second year. McPherson 34th overall as a head coach. High pass tipped out of bounds again, this time by Whitfield, and it will stay with El Dorado on the baseline. 7:06 to go first quarter, still 2-0 McPherson. 21 on the shot clock when they throw it in. It's the 35-second timer. Won't matter though, because there's an offensive foul called away from the ball on El Dorado. Foul called on Parker, her first, team's first of this opening frame, and the Bullpups get the ball back. Three-quarter court pressure shown by El Dorado. Sambo kicks to Doyle, now near side Whitfield. Bounce past Cooper, fakes on the baseline, held up, needs help, still holds the ball, and then it's ripped away by Bressler for El Dorado. The other direction, El Dorado with the ball, high pass far side to Scott. Scott gets a screen, top of the key, finds Bressler. High overhead pass near side, three on the way, is pure. Jenna Hadley, who was last year's leading scorer, averaging 9.5 points a game. She's picking up where she left off, and El Dorado has a 3-2 lead. El Dorado, that is. High pass inside, Cooper lays it up and in off the feed from Alvord. And Cooper with all four of McPherson's points. They're back up, 4-3, 6:15 to go in the first stanza. Hadley with the ball, the team's leading scorer last year, also named to the Cardinal Classic All-Tournament team, which is the Cheney preseason tournament, I should say. Hadley has it again on the left wing, picks up the dribble, kicks far corner to Hull, waves the ball around, high pass top of the key, shot clock at 10. Bressler near wing, Scott with the ball, left-handed dribble, ball poked loose, she collects near midcourt, but there's 4 on the shot clock. Parker, left side, Hull chucks up a 3, and she hit it at the buzzer. Addie Hull got it to go as the shot clock expired, and El Dorado retakes the lead. Alvord, far side, drives, layup, misses. Cooper, the offensive rebound. Her putback won't go. She got it back again. It's tipped out of bounds, though, off of McPherson, and El Dorado will get it back. And the Bullpups will head to the bench to bring in 5'9" freshman Kaysen Blake. It's 6-4 El Dorado. 5:25 to go first quarter. Scott with the ball, controlling the point. Whitfield gets a fingertip on it, but Scott retains it near side. Picks up the dribble, ball tipped again, but controlled by Hadley. Hadley drives on Sambo. Euro step layup, crawls off, but a foul called. And 2 free throws coming up for Jenna Hadley. And who will they whistle the foul on? The official checking on the number, and they'll call it on Piper Alvord. First foul called of this game on McPherson, so that's her first, team's first, and 2 free throws for Jenna Hadley. First free throw is good. 7-4, El Dorado. Jersey Alexander will now check in for McPherson from Aaron Sambo. One more free throw for Hadley. That's good as well. Both of them pure swishes. She has 5 of the team's 8 points. It's 8-4 Wildcats. Whitfield, far side, steps into a jumper, misses. Ball tap back, taken by El Dorado. Hadley weaves through traffic, bounce pass, far elbow, a turn to the corner, tough shot up, misses, but a foul called. And the player who just checked in, a 5'8 freshman, Hadley Morgan, draws the contact, and she'll shoot two. Foul on Riley Whitfield, and Coach Kinnaman wants a timeout. 8-4 El Dorado with 4:52 to go in the first quarter. We'll keep it here. It's just a 30-second timeout called by Coach Kinnaman. But what a start for El Dorado, looking to get their first win against McPherson since 1998, 27 years ago. So bear that, or 28 years ago, I guess you could say now. Bear that in mind. Still had 2025 on the brain. Coverage of Bullpup basketball brought to you by McPherson College. You bring the dream, we'll build the team. Success is a team effort. Begin building yours at McPherson College. Be a part of the legacy at the Roundhouse. The McPherson High School Booster Club presents the McPherson Invitational January 22nd through 24th and the Mid-America Classic January 29th through 31st. Daily admission is $10. 2 free throws coming up for Hadley Morgan, the freshman. First free throw rattles home. El Dorado is now 3 for 3 at the charity stripe so far today. The other 2 free throws coming from Jenna Hadley. Second free throw. Misses side iron, rebounded by McPherson. It remains 9-4 El Dorado. Here's a deep home run ball. Inside, Alvart's shot rejected out of bounds, but they're going to call a foul. Liz Kemboy, who just subbed in, soared in to the heavens to try to reject Alvard, but a foul was called on Kemboy, and 2 free throws coming up for Piper Alvard. Looking for her first points of the game. She is a 68% foul line shooter. First one rolls off, though. All 4 points for McPherson so far coming from Carly Cooper. She's currently on the bench, though. Second free throw misses as well. Rebound tipped. Doyle comes down with it. She turns and banks home the shot with the left hand. Good turnaround possession by Brooke Doyle. She's good at driving past the lanes and getting the offensive rebound, even on free throws. She's been terrific on free throw offensive rebounds. Here, top of the key, Morgan for 3. Banked it in. Hadley Morgan hits the 3, and El Dorado doubles up McPherson again. It's 12-6. 4:15 to go first quarter. Doyle top of the key, Alexander. Alvard now kick it to the corner. Whitfield, Blake top of the key, open for a long 2, misses. Offensive rebound again by Doyle. She's double teamed, turns, shoots, and scores. Back-to-back buckets for the 5'9 senior who will play volleyball at Johnson County Community College, but she has 4 early points. It's 12-8 El Dorado. High pass near side, Hull drives on Doyle, stops, pops, misses short. Rebound fought for, Blake tries to rip it away. There'll be a tie-up, and the possession arrow will keep it to El Dorado. Carly Cooper and Marin Sanbo will check back in for McPherson. Returning is Jenna Hadley for El Dorado. 3:40 to go first quarter. El Dorado with the ball, leading 12-8. Pass it to the corner. Kemboy wanted a 3, but held off at the very last second and kicks near side. Now Morgan drives, held up top of the circle. Keeps the ball, poked loose by Cooper and taken by Sanbo. Sanbo coast to coast, lefty layup, misses. Offensive rebound, Blake's stick back won't drop. Another offensive board by Cooper, and now a foul called, and Cooper will head to the line for 2. Foul on Hadley Morgan, her first. Team's 3rd of this first quarter, but 2 free throws for Carly Cooper, her first trip today, and the first one swishes home. 5 points for Carly Cooper. Cameron Parker back in. She replaces Hadley Morgan for the Wildcats. 1 more free throw coming up for Cooper. On its way, and good. She rattled it home. She's 2 for 2 at the stripe. Piper Alvard will check in for Brooke Doyle. 3:22 to go first quarter. It's 12-10 Wildcats. Liz Kemboy up the floor. The 5'8 senior averaged 4.5 points, 3.5 rebounds a season ago for El Dorado. Top of the key, Bressler with the ball, waves it around, still has yet to dribble, guarded well by Blake. Kick near side to Kemboy. Gets a screen, Kemboy drives, kick top of the key, now far side, 3 on the way, Hadley, short, rebounded by McPherson. Cooper up ahead to Albert, picks up the dribble near side, Alexander for 3, just short, rebound tap back, and Albert gets it off the carom. She'll kick near side, Marin Sandbo will try a triple. In and out, Albert's there again. She goes up strong, and the ball fought for a tie-up. The arrow will keep it to McPherson. Good effort, though, by Piper Albert, but good job defensively by El Dorado. McPherson keeps 2:41 to go first quarter, down by 2. Sandbo inside, Cooper misses, but a lot of arm contact and a foul called, and Carly Cooper will head back to the stripe. They'll call this foul on Ellie Bressler, her first, team's 4th for El Dorado. Next one puts McPherson in the bonus in this first quarter. Cooper's first free throw, in and out. Hadley Morgan back in for El Dorado. She replaces Ellie Bressler. And one more free throw coming up for Carly Cooper on its way. Short, rebounded by El Dorado. Cooper was 50% on the year coming into today. She's 2 for 4 at the stripe in this first quarter. On the drive, pull up, pop for Hadley, misses. Ball tapped out of bounds. Who will it go to? It'll go to El Dorado. Brooke Doyle, Riley Whitfield will return for McPherson for Kason Blake and Jersey Alexander. 2.5 minutes to play in the first. 12-10, El Dorado. Coach Kinnaman and a lot of fans here thought that out-of-bounds play should have been McPherson's ball, but they ruled it to El Dorado. Scott scans the floor, kicks near corner, open 3, too strong, rebounded by McPherson. Albert scans up the floor but slows it down. Brings back a 5-on-5, cross-court feed, Whitfield yet to score today. Now Cooper on the near side, back to Albert, wide open for a 3, you bet! And McPherson retakes the lead. Piper Albert hits it from distance to make it 13-12, McPherson. 2:05 to go first quarter. Here comes El Dorado, but we'll have a timeout called by Coach Whitehead. 13-12 McPherson with 2:04 to go in the first quarter. We'll keep it here. It's just another 30-second timeout called by the head coach of El Dorado. Let's talk about him a little bit more. He graduated from Sterling College in 2022, but he played football at Sterling College. He was a wide receiver where he was named all-conference in the KCAC in 2020 and in 2021. But after graduating, he moved on to be a coach. He was an assistant coach at Douglas High School for football, basketball, and baseball. Now, he's a little bit familiar with this building. He is an Augusta native. He went to Augusta High School. He's a former Augusta Oriole. But now the head coach for El Dorado. And again, turnaround year for El Dorado after 7 combined wins in the last 5 years. 5 wins already this season here at the halfway mark. Kemboy, bounce pass on the near side. At the elbow, held by Parker. Swings far side. Kemboy steps up, now top of the key. Hadley fakes. Near wing. Shot clock still down to 15. Ball poked loose, but retained again. High pass inside. Hadley turns, shoots. Correction, that's Parker. She shoots and scores. Cameron Parker with her first points, and El Dorado retakes the lead, 14-13. Ball almost poked loose in the backcourt. 1:30 to go, first quarter. Sandbo near side. Holds the ball, now goes to her right to find Cooper. Now Whitfield on the far side, gets a screen. Thought about a 3, but gives it up to Doyle. Albert near side, stops, shot clock down to 12. Cooper thought about it, but she drives. Almost lost it near side, Whitfield for 3. No. Offensive rebound by Doyle. She retreats to the far corner. Whitfield, high pass too high, intended for Cooper and out of bounds. Riley Whitfield was 6 for 6 on threes on Saturday. She misses her first attempt today as she's still scoreless on the contest after having a career-high 23 points against Circle. 1 minute to go first quarter. El Dorado with the ball with a 1-point lead. Kemboy doubled up, and we'll have an offensive foul called on El Dorado. I believe it'll be on Kemboy. It will be. Her first, team's 5th. but because she was the ball handler and the ball was in play with El Dorado on offense, no free throws yet. It does not warrant free throws. So now McPherson with it. 14-13 El Dorado. Sandbo near side, waves the ball around, bounce past Doyle. Dribbles with her right hand, hands it off to Whitfield. Whitfield had it poked loose. Cooper's there off the carom. McPherson keeps. Whitfield controls far corner. They swing the rock near side. Alvord steps up now into the corner for Doyle. Shot clock at 12. Doyle lost it out of bounds. It'll go to El Dorado. No, it will stay with McPherson. My apologies. They say it was tipped out. Had my view blocked, so I couldn't quite see it. So shot clock at 11. 28.4. Nope, they reset it. They should not have. It should be at 11. So they will set the shot clock accordingly. 28.4 to go in the first quarter. So now we'll get back in play. Sandbo will be the one to throw it in on the baseline for McPherson. Bounce pass inside. Cooper misses the shot, but a foul called. Carly Cooper back to the line. And Hadley Morgan hit with her second foul. But 2 more free throws coming up for Carly Cooper. She's 2 for 4 in this quarter. She has 6 points. First free throw, good. That ties the game back up. 14 apiece as Ellie Bressler will check in for Hadley Morgan. 27.2 seconds to go. Shot clock will be turned off for the rest of this quarter. Second free throw. That one's good. Cooper has 8 points for McPherson. It's 15-14 Bullpups. Pressure by McPherson, but they get past it on the near side. Parker had the ball poked out of bounds, and it will go to McPherson. They say last touch by a Wildcat. 17.6 to go first quarter. Now McPherson will likely hold for the final shot. Coach Kinnaman yelling at Marin Sambo to walk the ball up the floor. And now they'll go with 9, with 8. Sandbo gets a screen, far side, lost it. Tried to kick it into Doyle, but it's taken away with 4 seconds. They got to go the length of the floor. Pass is taken. Whitfield chucks up a 3. It's short, but that's the end of the first quarter. McPherson with just a narrow lead, 15-14 through 8 minutes of play. We'll be back in 30 seconds at the Roundhouse for the second quarter. You're listening to Bullpup Basketball from the Midway Motors broadcast booth on KMCP.
Struggling to catch your breath? Whether it's asthma, COPD, or pulmonary dysfunction, Hutchison Pulmonology Associates are here to help you breathe easier and live life to the fullest. Don't let breathing problems hold you back. With expert care and personalized treatment, we're here for you every breath of the way. Visit hutchregional.com or call 620-513-4800 today. Breathe better, feel better with Hutchison Regional.
98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
Bullpups control a very narrow lead against El Dorado, 15-14 through 1 quarter of play. McPherson shooting 5 of 15 in that first quarter, 1 of 4 from distance. El Dorado 4 of 9 on the floor, but 3 for 5 from behind the three-point line. So 3-point shots falling for El Dorado, but both of these teams also have gone to the free throw line quite a bit. McPherson's 4 of 8. McPherson is winning the rebounding battle, 13-5. How about this? 9 offensive rebounds for McPherson through the first quarter. El Dorado will start off the second quarter with the ball, going from left to right. Scott gives it to Hadley inside. Floater misses off the heel. She got it back, shot back up, misses, but a foul called. And Jenna Hadley will go to the free throw line. She has 5 points and is 2 for 2 at the stripe today. Foul on Carly Cooper, her first, team's first of the second quarter. Hadley back at the line. First free throw, rattles home. Key player in last year's team, was the leading scorer of the team last year. One more free throw, that one in and out, rebounded by McPherson. Here's a deep pass, Alvord collects. Now kicks in, Whitfield on the drive. Held up, has to kick it back out. Tie game 15, 7:40 to go first half. Cooper with the ball near corner, finds Sandbo, cross-court feed. Alvord into the corner for Doyle. She wants a 3, short. Cooper there for the offensive rebound again. Held up, bodies fall to the floor, and a tie up. The arrow will keep it with the Bullpups. Cooper with Thought she had her hands on her head, but she's fixing her hair tie. So I didn't know if she hit her head on the court or not. And she's wincing a little bit, but good effort by Carly Cooper. McPherson to throw it in with a fresh shot clock. Whitfield has it on the far side. Steps up, high pass into the corner. Doyle now to Alvord. They work around the perimeter. They go from left to right. Whitfield lost it, but they're going to call a blocking foul, or a trip, I guess I could say. Ellie Bressler will be called for her second foul. Team's first of this second quarter. 7:17 to go in the second quarter. Still tie game, 15 apiece. Cameron Parker will return for El Dorado. McPherson plays it into the backcourt. Marin Sambo, Riley Whitfield, Carly Cooper, Piper Alvord, Brooke Doyle, the 5 on the floor for the Bullpups. Sambo drives right, kick it to the corner for Whitfield. She fakes, kicks near side to Cooper. Bounce pass inside, Doyle has it, held up, turns, shoots, and scores somehow. Brooke Doyle with the defender draped all over her, gets it to fall. She's got 6 points today. McPherson retakes the lead, they're up by 2. On the far side, Bella White, who's in for the first time, and we'll have a whistle and a timeout call by El Dorado. And we'll take one with them. It's a full timeout, so we're back in 30 seconds from the roundhouse. 17-15 McPherson, 6:47 to go in the second quarter. You're listening to coverage of McPherson High School basketball from the Minute Motors broadcast booth on KMCP.
Discover everything Great Plains Federal Credit Union has to offer, from savings and checking accounts to retirement planning and loan services. We want to be your full-service financial partner. We will greet you with a warm smile and a helpful attitude. And when you're on the go, you can always take advantage of our online services and mobile app. As a member, you will be a co-owner in our credit union, just like us, so you know we will always have your best interest at heart. Great Plains Federal Credit Union in Salina, Abilene, McPherson, and Hillsboro. Member NCUA.
98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
6:47 to go first half. McPherson High School girls lead 17-15 over El Dorado. Pretty even matchup so far today, and a couple of teams that on paper look pretty even. McPherson 5-6 on the year, El Dorado 5-5. And it's just a 2-point advantage for McPherson. But El Dorado will have the ball in the forecourt. Now 3 timeouts remaining for El Dorado, 4 left for McPherson. Still pretty early in the second quarter. Played into Scott in the near midcourt, I should say, for El Dorado. Whitfield guards her well. Kick far side, they'll go into the corner for White. White drives baseline and kicks back outside. Shot clock down to 9. Hole held up. Cross-court feed, tipped by Sambo and out of bounds. It will stay with El Dorado, but they'll only have 4 to shoot. And Hadley will throw it in on the near side. Hadley looks, still looks. They play it in. Parker with 2, far side. I don't think she knows it. 1 on the shot clock. They did not know it. It's a shot clock violation. And McPherson will get it back off of the turnover. Up 17-15, 6:23 to go in the first half. This girls basketball matchup, both teams playing today before getting ready for their midseason invitationals next week. On the drive, Sambo kicks near wing. Cross-court feed, Doyle to Alvord. Bounce pass, Whitfield was out of bounds. A little bit of an errant pass by Alvord, and it will go back to El Dorado. Jersey Alexander will come back in for the Bullpups. She'll check in for Alvord. And also coming back in for El Dorado, Hadley Morgan, but bear in mind, she does have 2 fouls. So Coach Whitehead will bring her back in, but also McPherson will bring Kason Blake back in, and in for the first time will be Audra Sambo. Leading scorer for McPherson's Carly Cooper. She has 8 points. Brooke Doyle has 6. Piper Albert has the other 3. So only 3 different scorers for McPherson today. El Dorado with the ball. Hadley on the near side. She has 6 points for the Wildcats, which leads the team. Cross-court feed, far side, Scott now on the drive. Scott held up, needs help, finds Morgan inside, held up. We'll have a tie-up. Good job by Marin Sambo inside. The arrow will keep it with El Dorado with 15 on the shot clock. 5:49 to go second quarter. El Dorado will throw it in on the baseline with Scott with the entry pass. Looks, kicks in. Hadley shoots, misses too strong. Rebound fought for. McPherson has it, but now will wrestle for the ball and another tie-up. But now McPherson will have it on the alternating possession. 17-15 McPherson. The Bullpups have the ball back with 5:45 to go, first half. Marin Sandbo, right-handed waist-tight dribble up the floor. Far side to Audra Sandbo. Now top of the key, Doyle. Near side, Sandbo. She wants a three. Short. Rebound fought for. Tap back by Doyle, and Alexander tracks it down. Far side, Audra Sandbo into Blake. She turns, shoots, misses, but she's fouled. She'll go to the line for two. Kaysen Blake's first trip today. Foul called on Addie Hull, her first, team second of this second quarter. Blake at the line, a 60% free throw shooter, missed the first, just short. Liz Kemboy back in. She replaces Audrina Scott. Kaysen Blake, the freshman, back at the line, who's got some really good playing time just as a freshman here at McPherson. Second free throw, misses, rebound tipped and taken by El Dorado, but then Doyle rips it away, turns and scores. Brooke Doyle with the steal and the lay-in, and McPherson back up by 4. Brooks got 8 points. 19-15, McPherson, 5:10 to go, first half. Screen set, top of the key. Hull holds the ball, no pun intended. Pass near side, just collected. El Dorado just stays in bounds. Pass up ahead to Hadley. Now far corner, Hull tries a three. Too strong, long rebound. A foul will be called on El Dorado on Kemboy for a hold on Jersey Alexander. Second foul on Kemboy, team's third, as El Dorado will bring Ellie Bressler back in. Audrina Scott will also come back in for El Dorado, but McPherson with the ball. That was the team's third foul. And Bullpups with a 4-point lead with the ball, 19-15. Pressure in the backcourt, but a deep pass. Sandbo too high, intended for Blake, out of bounds, and it will go back to El Dorado. Good idea, but just a little bit too high off the pass, so Piper Albert and Riley Whitfield will check back in for Marin Sandbo and Brooke Doyle. 4:47 to go, first half. Been a little bit stagnant on the scoreboard as of recent. El Dorado looking to change that right here. Near side, a turn of the corner, ball on the deck, and a dive by Blake. She just throws it up ahead, though, and El Dorado will get it back. Bressler doubled up in the low post. Needs help. Blake gets a hand on it, and another jump ball. It'll be El Dorado's ball, but Coach Kinnaman will clap for that effort. 4:26 to go in the first quarter. It was 15-14 McPherson at the end of the first quarter. It's 19-15 McPherson with 4:26 to go in the second. High pass, or bounce pass, I should say, ripped away, and then a trip foul called on Audrina Scott. Her first, team's fourth. Next one puts McPherson in the bonus. So just a 4-1 advantage for McPherson in the second frame, almost halfway through the second quarter. But Bullpups get the ball right back. Pass deflected, but it will stay with McPherson after it goes out of bounds on the near side. Deflected out of bounds by Cameron Parker. And McPherson will throw it in the forecourt. 29 on the shot clock when they do. Whitfield with the entry pass finds Alexander. Alexander near side, Audra Sandbo. Not a clean catch, but collects, drives, kick out Blake. Fake, steps up, bounce pass, Alvord. Alvord will drive, kick into Blake, now back out. Audra Sandbo for a long two, in and out, rebounded by El Dorado. Deep pass up ahead. Scott gets past Sandbo. Now Whitfield guards her well as she picks up the dribble. Hadley on the drive all the way. Layup is good. Jenna Hadley picks up where she left off from the first quarter. She has 8 points now for El Dorado, and it's 19-17 McPherson. 3:35 to go in the first half. Alexander on the right wing finds Blake top of the key. Right-handed pass to Alvord, near side. High pass on a cut in. Whitfield misses the layup, but a foul called, and Riley Whitfield will shoot two this time. And who will they give this on? It's on Audrina Scott, her second, team's fifth. So McPherson in the bonus for the remainder of the half. But 2 free throws for Riley Whitfield, looking for her first points of the game. 68% free throw shooter. First one rolls out. McPherson is 4 for 11 at the free throw line today. All 4 makes are by Carly Cooper. One more free throw for Whitfield on its way, and she missed that one as well. Missed wide left, rebounded by El Dorado, and now a foul called in the low post on McPherson, on Brooke Doyle. Her first, team's second of the second quarter. Just the 4th time McPherson's been whistled for a foul today. And El Dorado will get the ball back. But McPherson struggling at the charity stripe today, 4 for 12. Cooper herself is 4 for 6. Now a pass tipped by Sambo and out of bounds. It will stay with El Dorado. Good job by Sambo getting into the passing lane. But El Dorado will play it in with 27 on the shot clock. Now worth noting, Kaysen Blake is going to the training area, or trainer's area. Now on the drive, shot blocked by Alvord. She tried to get the ball, but a foul called on El Dorado. Foul called, and that will be 2 free throws for Piper. She's the one that got fouled. And Hadley Morgan picks up her 3rd foul. So that's key. Adrena Scott's at the scores table. Now Piper Alvord at the line for 2. She's 0 for 2 today. 68% on the year. First free throw rattles in. First free throw made of the second quarter. McPherson now 1 of 5 in the second frame at the charity stripe. Scott in for Morgan, 3:08 to go. First half, McPherson up 20-17. Can Alvord put them up 4? She can. Pure switch that time. A jump shot on that free throw by Alvord. She now has 5 points. It's 21-17 McPherson. Scott with a crossover move on the Bullpup logo. Marin Sambo guards her well, top of the circle. Bounce pass near side. Bressler turns, but she is called for a travel. And a Wildcat turnover gives it back to McPherson, a chance to extend their lead. 2:56 to go, second frame. Marin Sambo controls the point for McPherson. Whitfield, near side, gets a screen. Whitfield now top of the key, guarded well. Kick near side, Sambo wants to go inside. Bounce pass, Doyle doubled up. She lost it though, and taken away by El Dorado. Jenna Hadley with the steal. She dribbles up the floor. All the way home, layup, crawls off. Rebound, tipped about, a save, out of bounds. Great play by Bressler, who threw it off of a Bullpup, and El Dorado will get it back. 2:29 to go in this second quarter. They'll play it in, high pass, deflected by Sambo. Now a dive, and ball out of bounds. It'll stay with El Dorado again. 32 on the shot clock now when they throw it in. 2:26 to go, second quarter. 21-17 McPherson. Bressler will throw it in on the near side. High overhead pass finds Parker. She drives, shot up, crawls off, and we'll have a foul called on El Dorado. Going over the back was Jenna Hadley, and 2 more free throws from McPherson as they are in the bonus. Hadley called for her first foul, but again, Bullpups are in the bonus. Who's shooting 2? I believe Riley Whitfield will. Yes, she will. Whitfield 0 for 2 today. Chance to turn that around right here. First free throw, in and out and back in, it's good. First point of the game for Riley Whitfield, who at this point in the game on Saturday had 19 points. But turning it around right here. Second free throw, short, rebounded by El Dorado. 22-17. McPherson with 2:15 to go in the second quarter. Far side ball, taken away by Whitfield, I should say, after it was loose. Doyle up the floor. Kick near side, Marin Sambo open for a 3. You bet! Marin Sambo turns defense into offense, and the Bullpups are up by 8, their largest lead of the game. Less than 2 minutes remaining in this first half of play. Bressler top of the key. Steps up, looks for help. Now a cut in. Kemboy shoots and scores on the run. Liz Kemboy with her first points of the game. That cuts it back to within 6. 25-19 McPherson. 90 seconds left first half. Doyle to Whitfield. Thought about a 3. Steps up, drives, bounce pass. Cooper. Cooper had the ball taken away. It was tipped, and now Kemboy in a 2-on-1 break. High pass inside. Hadley lays it in and one. Hadley will have an and one opportunity. Coach Kinnaman wants a timeout. And foul on Jersey Alexander. Third team foul on McPherson with 1:19 to go. Coach Kinnaman wants to talk things over with his team after back-to-back buckets by the Wildcats. A 30-second timeout. We will keep it here. But El Dorado trying to find any form of momentum before going into the locker room. Stream live audio and video with the Ad Astra Radio app powered by Nextech Wireless. Find the latest phones and devices at the best prices. Coverage of Bullpup basketball brought to you in part by Ag 360 Insurance with Darren Eddy and Cody Moores. RC Heating and Cooling, Great Plains Federal Credit Union, Edward Jones McPherson, Art Shirt Gear for Sport, McPherson Booster Club, Farmers Alliance, Nextech Wireless, McPherson College, Idea Tech, Prairie Hills Financial with Glenn Snell, Pleasant View Home, McPherson Car Connection, The Boiler House, People's Bank and Trust, and Erickson Custom Building. I'd like to thank them and all of our sponsors for bringing you coverage of Bullpup basketball. One free throw for Jenna Hadley. She's at the line right now, and she is 3 for 3. Free throw, or correction, she's 3 for 4. Free throw missed, ball tipped out of bounds. And it will go to McPherson off of Bressler's hands on the rebound attempt, and the Bullpups get it back. So three-point play not converted. McPherson gets it back, though, up by 4. 1:10 to go first half. Near side, Sambo into the corner for Alexander. Cooper, top of the key, Whitfield for 3, rattles it home. Riley Whitfield, who hit 6 threes on Saturday, gets that one to drop, and that was a big shot for McPherson. Back up by 7. Bressler sets a screen top of the key. Holding the ball is Bella White. Bounce pass near side. Bressler turns near corner. Hadley, left-handed dribble. Top of the key. El Dorado still with the ball. Parker steps back to her left side. Shot clock down to 10. Parker on the drive. Foul called on the floor on McPherson. They're not in the bonus. Carly Cooper called for the foul, but the shot clock resets, and it will be turned off for the remainder of the second quarter because there's 31.9 to go in the first half. Kaysen Blake will check back in as Cooper picked up her second foul. But now shot clock turned off for El Dorado. 31.9 to go first half, 28-21 McPherson. Scott plays it into Hadley. Hadley drives back out to Scott. Did not get a clean catch, but now top of the key. White, wide open 3, cash. First points of the game for Bella White. 20 seconds to go first half. 28-24 McPherson. Bullpups will hold for the final shot. Marin Sambo near midcourt gets a screen from Blake. Sambo lost her footing, collects in the corner. 4 seconds, bounce pass. Doyle turns and shoots it in from under the basket. Brooke Doyle with a stellar end to the first half, and it's halftime here at the Roundhouse. McPherson 30, El Dorado 24. Brooke Doyle with 10 points on the game, now leading the team after that buzzer beater. The Great Plains Federal Credit Union halftime report is coming up after this. This is Bullpup basketball from the Midway Motors broadcast booth on KMCP.
You're listening to the Great Plains Federal Credit Union halftime report. Great Plains Federal Credit Union, placing people before profit. 98.9 and 1540 KMCP. The McPherson Bullpups play here.
If you're near retirement or thinking about retiring, you probably have a lot of questions. How do you make your savings last? How much should you take out and when? You're ready for retirement, but are your finances? I'm Edward Jones financial advisor, Aaron Mayfield. Let's work together to make sure your finances meet your unique needs over the long haul. You've done what it takes to get there. Now it's time to make the most of retirement. Call us at 620-241-4484 to schedule an appointment. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
For over 80 years, Farm Bureau Financial Services has served the unique needs of the ag industry. We get to know you and your operation.
providing coverage for your farm, ranch, machinery, crops, livestock, and so much more. Find out why we've been the #1 ag insurer for 25 years. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Call Farm Bureau Agent Luke Bauer in McPherson at 620-241-0225.
#1 ag insurer across our territory. 1996 to 2021 SNL PNC Group Directorate and Pre.
This is Lynn Gillespie with your Ad Astra Radio halftime report, looking at the scoreboard from yesterday's midseason tournament action. In girls basketball, Inman defeated Maxville in the Midwinter Classic in St. John 61-30. And in boys basketball at the Midwinter Classic, Larned defeated Inman 41-39. Little River defeated Cimarron 55-44 in that same tournament. As the 19 Kansas Jayhawks men's basketball team prepares to take on Colorado tonight, there was some news last night regarding head coach Bill Self. Kansas Athletics released a statement saying that he felt under the weather yesterday and out of abundance of caution was taken to Lawrence Memorial Hospital. He did receive IV fluids and is feeling better. He did not travel with the team on Monday, but it is unclear if he will travel to Colorado today or if an assistant coach will be the head coach for tonight's game. KU is coming off of back-to-back wins last week against #2 Iowa State and then against Baylor, both at home. But tonight they take on Colorado, who's 2-3 in conference play, but are coached by a couple of former Jayhawks. Head coach Tad Boyle played for KU from 1982 to 85. An assistant coach is the legendary Danny Manning, who was the National Player of the Year in 1988 and helped lead the Jayhawks to a national championship. Tip-off for tonight's game will be a late-night tip-off as it's scheduled for 10 o'clock. K-State men's basketball is also in action tonight. They will be back at home as they host the Utah Utes. K-State is still looking for their first conference win. They are 9-9 on the year overall, but 0-5 in Big 12 play. Utah is also 9-9 and 1-4 in the conference. K-State is coming off of a heartbreaking loss on Saturday against Oklahoma State, where they lost 84-83. Tip-off tonight at Bramlage Coliseum is at 8 o'clock. Big Kansas City Chiefs news: after requesting an interview with the former offensive coordinator Eric Bieniemy, the Chiefs have decided to bring back Bieniemy as the next offensive coordinator. Bieniemy started working for the Chiefs in 2013 through 17 as the running backs coach, but when Patrick Mahomes came in as a full-time starter, he became the offensive coordinator, leading the offense for Kansas City through 2022, which included winning 2 Super Bowls. This comes after previous offensive coordinator Matt Nagy's contract expired through the 2025 season and is a popular candidate through the coaching cycle as he was not expected to return to Kansas City. And last night, the Indiana Hoosiers pulled off the undefeated season, defeating the Miami Hurricanes in the College Football Playoff National Championship 27-21. Miami outgained Indiana 342 yards to 317. However, Indiana down the stretch in their clutch offense were able to pull it off thanks to terrific plays by Fernando Mendoza, who finished with 186 passing yards and a rushing touchdown. That's your halftime report. More basketball coverage is coming up after this as part of midseason tournament week, brought to you by Hutch CC on Ad Astra Radio.
More of the Great Plains Federal Credit Union halftime report is coming up after this. Next, we'll recap tonight's first half stats. Your home for the McPherson Bullpups is 98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
Show your bullpup pride with apparel from Artshirt, Gear for Sport at 211 North Main, downtown McPherson. We offer a wide variety of apparel for everyone in the family, offering sizes from newborn all the way to 4X. We wish all the student athletes a safe and successful season. Go Bullpups!
Even trying to enjoy a fun event can be difficult after the loss of a loved one. Unanswered questions, feelings of stress and grief are only natural. As the owner and director of Inman Funeral Home, I bring over 25 years of experience bringing comfort and empathy during time of loss. Rely on me to guide you through all aspects of planning a funeral service with compassion, dignity, and respect. I'm Athena Johnson with Inman Funeral Home. Find me at inmanfh.com.
98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
Welcome into the Great Plains Federal Credit Union halftime report. The McPherson Bullpup girls lead 30-24 over El Dorado at halftime. Bit of a back and forth first half, but McPherson able to pull away as of late in the first half. McPherson shooting 10 of 23 on the floor, 43%. 3 of 8 from behind the three-point line for 37%. Where they've struggled today, though, is at the free throw line. 7 of 16 for 44%. El Dorado is shooting 8 of 19, 4 of 7 from distance, and then 4 for 7 at the free throw line. McPherson heavily winning the rebounding battle, though, 22 to 10, including 12 offensive rebounds for McPherson. Brooke Doyle has 7 rebounds. She is 3 rebounds shy of a double-double. She has 10 points to lead the Bullpups after 1 quarter of play. Also 2 assists as well. After her, Carly Cooper with 8 points and 4 rebounds, shooting 2 for 2 on the floor, 4 for 6 the stripe. 5 points for Piper Alvord, 4 for Riley Whitfield, and 3 for Marin Sandbo. For El Dorado, their leading scorer is Jenna Hadley with 10 points. Hadley Morgan has 4 points. Bella White and Addie Hull each have 3 points. Cameron Parker and Liz Kemboy each have 2 points. Both teams with 10 turnovers apiece and 7 assists, but McPherson 7 assists on 10 made baskets. El Dorado 7 on 8 made shots so far. 6 lead changes and 2 ties. It'll probably be a close one in the final 2 quarters of this matchup. Before we go to the second half, let's give you some scoreboard updates brought to you by McPherson Dental Care. There's also another non-invitational game going on in the league, and that is Andale versus Augusta. So Division 4 for El Dorado, Division 3 for McPherson. Andale has a 1-point lead at halftime, 24-23 as we speak. That is a scoreboard update brought to you by McPherson Dental Care, providing healthy smiles with a gentle touch. Second half coming up after this. This is Bullpup basketball from the Midway Motors broadcast booth on KMCP.
Your home for McPherson Bullpup basketball. Find exclusive stories and streaming audio online at adastroradio.com or download the Ad Astra Radio app. 98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
Living the sweet life at So Swedish in Lindsborg. Explore Swedish candies you won't find anywhere else. Plus all the classic favorites you love. Bring the kids or just the kid in you. Living the sweet life at So Swedish, downtown Lindsborg.
McPherson Center for Health is one of only 8 in Kansas and the only one within 60 miles to earn a 5-star rating from CMS, the highest for quality and patient care. That's nationally recognized 5-star care right at home.
This is Leah Amdahl from Farmers Alliance and proud mom of Bullpup number 58. After living in several different places prior to settling in McPherson, our family truly appreciates the feeling of community we found here. Being a part of Farmers Alliance crew also fills me with pride as we root for our local community, students, and coaches, both in the game and beyond. While you hustle for that victory, we're on the sidelines safeguarding our customers. At Farmers Alliance, we're thrilled to be a part of this fantastic community, and we can't wait to cheer on all our local teams to success.
Hey Bullpup fans, want to make a real difference in McPherson? Join the Bullpup Booster Club today. The Bullpup Booster Club proudly supports all student programs and activities, helping our teams, clubs, and organizations succeed. Your membership helps fund uniforms, equipment, and so much more for our students. By supporting the Booster Club, you're backing all of the Bullpups. Visit bullpupbooster.com to join today. Together we're stronger. Go Bullpups!
Need reliable electrical work? Call Head Electric in McPherson. We are locally family owned and committed to providing quality electrical services. Give us a call at 620-241-3757 or visit headelectricinc.com.
The Bradbury Company, headquartered in Mound Ridge, is a family-owned custom equipment builder, and they're hiring qualified candidates for manufacturing roles. Apply online at bradburygroup.com. The Bradbury Company, wishing the best of luck to all the teams.
98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
Just moments away from second half action between the McPherson Bullpups and El Dorado Wildcats in this girls basketball game. McPherson leads 30-24 through one half of play, and McPherson will have the ball to start off this second half. Coverage of Bullpup basketball brought to you in part by Midway Motors, Prairie Land Partners, American Family Insurance with Steve Barr, Jar Performance Automotive, Iron Horse Financial, Bethany Village, Advanced Physical Therapy, and 37 Printco. Marin Sandbo controls the ball, drives near side, tiptoes down the baseline, trying to kick it to Whitfield in the corner, but Whitfield fumbled the ball out of bounds, and it will go to El Dorado. So a turnover to start off the half for McPherson, 10 seconds into this third quarter, but still a 6-point advantage for McPherson. They led by as many as 8, but there were 6 lead changes in that first half. High pass far side. Hadley tries a three, misses short. Offensive rebound inside. A turn. Putback won't go, but a foul called. Cameron Parker will go to the line for two. Foul will be on Carly Cooper, and that's her third. And Cooper with 8 points. She's been stellar today, but she now has 3 fouls on her. And Kaysen Blake goes to the scores table. First free throw. Rattles home. 30-25. Gives Parker 3 points on the game. McPherson with the lead. Second free throw. Rattles home. Pinballed in the rim and then finally fell through, but that makes it a 4-point game. 30-26. Here's a deep pass. Alvord up ahead, drives all the way. Layup misses. Ball tipped out of bounds, and it will stay with McPherson. Good heads-up play by Alvord. The ball was going right towards her trajectory. Then she backed out of the way at the last second and let it go out of bounds. McPherson will play it in on the baseline, 27 on the shot clock. Deep inbound to Alvord between the circles. Alvord steps up near side, Blake. Doyle, left side, Sandbo. Now Whitfield tried to find Alvord, but it's taken away. Deep pass, Scott in stride 1-on-2. Scott stops, shoots, blocked by Doyle, and taken by Marin Sambo on the near side. McPherson the other direction. Sambo, Euro step, weave through, but she missed the scoop shot, rebounded by the Wildcats. Jenna Hadley up the floor. Crossover, fade, shoots, misses. Parker with the shot, rebounded by McPherson. Deep pass, Marin Sambo, one-on-one with Hadley. Layup, misses short. Blake is there for the offensive rebound. She shoots but misses, and a foul called, and Kaysen Blake will shoot two. Ellie Bressler called for her third foul. So 2 players, 1 on each team, with 3 fouls today. And Kaysen Blake at the line for 2. She is 0 for 2 at the stripe today. First free throw, good. Hadley Morgan will return for El Dorado. For Ellie Bressler with her 3 fouls. Second free throw for Blake is in and out. Rebounded by El Dorado. 31-26 McPherson. 6:40 to go, third frame. Cross-court feed near side, hole on the left wing. Now Hadley top of the key, guarded closely by Whitfield. Far side with the ball, Scott. Crossover, high pass. Hadley turns, shoots, misses too strong, rebounded by Whitfield. McPherson with the ball. Up ahead to Doyle. Doyle drives all the way. Euro step, layup misses. Offensive rebound by Doyle. Doyle far side to Sandbo. Now Blake top of the key, near side Alvord, back to Doyle in the corner. Correction, that's Whitfield. Now Doyle has it, top of the circle. Far side, not a clean catch for Alvord. She lost it, shot clock down to 10. Blake gets the ball. Now Whitfield, near side Doyle with 5. High pass into Blake. Ball poked away. Blake dives for it. It's out of bounds off Blake though, and it will go back to El Dorado. Liz Kemboy will check in for the Wildcats. 31-26, 5:54 to go in the third quarter. McPherson with the lead, but El Dorado a chance to cut it to within a possession. Scott across midcourt, guarded by Sandbo, who then just rips it away. 2-on-2 break. Sandbo has an opening all the way. Layup is good on the run. Steal and a layup by Marin Sandbo. McPherson back up by 7. 5.5 minutes to go, third quarter. Kemboy near side for El Dorado. Crossover move, top of the circle. She picks up the dribble. Kicks to the right side. Hadley drives, bounce pass intended for Kemboy, but she could not track it down, out of bounds. Back to McPherson. But now in for the first time for McPherson, Ellie Paulson and Emery Lowry. Likely did not play the first 2 quarters because they played in the JV game earlier, so wanted to make sure that they didn't go over the top on total quarters that they can play. Lowry stops. Now Whitfield cross-court feed near side. Alvord. Bounce pass too hard, intended for Doyle and out of bounds. And Clint Kinnaman will bring Jersey Alexander in for Alvord. 33-26 McPherson, 5:05 to go third quarter. El Dorado with the ball. Scott kicks near side to Kemboy, guarded well by Alexander. Gets a screen though. Now picked up by Paulson. She gives it up between the circles. Scott, as Lowry overbit on the steal attempt, but she stops. Now a drive inside, lefty layup. Rattles in by Parker. She's got 6 points now for El Dorado, and it's back down to a 5-point game. Up ahead of the floor, Doyle spins, high pass Paulson. Kick out Alexander. Lowry now on the left wing, slows it down. Whitfield now to Lowry. Lowry fakes, still plenty of time. 4:25 to go third quarter. McPherson with the ball up by 5. Paulson on the near side. Now Lowry top of the circle. Far side Doyle into the corner for Whitfield. Shot clock at 10. Whitfield drives, shoots, misses. Rebounded by El Dorado. They look to push up ahead to Kemboy, but they did not have the numbers, so they'll slow it down. Kemboy near side to Scott. Now top of the key for Parker. High pass inside. Open layup. Morgan gets it to go. Hadley Morgan makes it a 3-point game just like that with just under 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Whitfield right in front of us, near midcourt, up ahead to Lowry. Now Doyle spins inside, shoots, blocked out of bounds. It will stay with McPherson. But Marin Sandbo and Kaysen Blake will check back in for McPherson. Checking in for El Dorado, Addie Hull, and Ellie Bressler. 3:39 to go third quarter. McPherson will have 22 on the shot clock when they throw it in, up by 3. Lowry, high, deep inbound. Sandbo left wing to Whitfield. She fakes. Alexander near side into the corner for Sandbo. Hand off Lowry. She'll step into a triple. Just short, rebounded by El Dorado. A 3 would tie it with 3:25 to go third quarter. 33-30 McPherson. Kemboy steps up near side to Hadley. Back to Kemboy, lost it, stolen away. Lowry with the steal up ahead to Whitfield. 2-on-2, Whitfield shoots, misses, but a foul called. And Riley Whitfield will shoot 2. And Hadley Morgan picks up her 4th foul. On that play, team second of this third quarter. Now Riley's 1 for 4 at the stripe today. First free throw. Misses wide left. McPherson struggling at the stripe today. Adrena Scott back in for El Dorado. McPherson's been fouled a handful of times. I mean, they forced the bonus the first 2 quarters, but just not converting at the line. They do that time, though, on the second free throw for Whitfield. So it's 34-30 McPherson after Whitfield goes 1 for 2. 3:05 to go third quarter. Hadley picks up the ball, far side to Scott. Scott now on the wing, kick into the corner for Hadley. Weaves through traffic, drives, lefty floater, misses, ball tapped back, a fight for it, and Marin Sandbo comes down with it. Sandbo up ahead to Alexander. They don't have the numbers. Alexander almost walked, but kicks, top of the key. Sandbo off the feet from Lowry. Lowry gets it back. Now Alexander near corner. They'll slow it down and run a play. Far corner to Lowry. Ball poked loose. They'll let it go out of bounds, and it will stay with McPherson with 17 on the shot clock. With Cameron Parker back in for El Dorado for Jenna Hadley. And Piper Alvord back in for McPherson for Riley Whitfield. 2:33 to go in the third. Played into Sandbo. Alvord now far corner. Alexander wants a 3. Just short. Long rebound. Blake tips it in the air. A fight for it. Blake gets pushed to the ground, and it's loose, and Lowry comes down with the offensive board. Lowry steps in, tries again from 3, misses again, rebounded by El Dorado. Now a ball loose, Blake has it in stride, layup missed, but a foul called. The stick-to-itiveness by the Bullpups, and Kaysen Blake will shoot 2. And Addie Holt called for her second, team's third. And Blake back at the line, but she's 1 for 4 today. And the freshman trying to extend the lead. First free throw, just too strong. Must be a lid on the rim or something, because McPherson as a team is shooting 60% at the free throw line this year, and they're about sub 40 right now in the game. Second free throw is no good, but rebounded by Alvord. She then gets fouled on the shot, and Alvord will shoot 2. And Hull gets hit with her 3rd foul. Back-to-back fouls on Annie Hull, team's 4th. Next one puts McPherson in the bonus. And now Alvord at the line, 2 for 4 today, but she made her last 2. First one falls in. 6 points for the junior Piper Alvord, 68% foul line shooter. One more to try to make it a 6-point lead on its way, and good. Alvord goes 2 for 2, 36-30 McPherson, 2:05 to go, 3rd quarter. Kemboy up the floor, now near side to Hull. Right-handed dribble, waves away, Audra Sandbo. Now a drive all the way, layup blocked from behind by Alvord. Blake with the rebound, now a fight for it. We'll have a tie-up, and the arrow will give it back to El Dorado. El Dorado gets it back. Fresh shot clock, they throw it in far corner to Hull. Hull with a bounce pass, low post, turn, shot up, miss, ball tapped back off the face of a Wildcat, but it ricochets to Bressler, and she lays it in. Now there'll be an official's timeout to double check on Cameron Parker. Could you give her an assist for that? I mean, it wasn't off her hands, but off her face. I think you got to give her an assist for that. 36-32 McPherson, 90 seconds to go, 3rd quarter. Sandbo holds the ball, finds Alexander near side. Now Audra Sandbo top of the key. It was Marin, who I mentioned earlier, will have a foul. No, out of bounds, I guess. They say Blake caught the ball, but she was out of bounds, and she was the first one to touch it. So that turns into a turnover for McPherson, and it will go back the other way. Jenna Hadley will check in for El Dorado. 36-32, a chance to make it a 1-possession game again for the Wildcats. Hadley far side, a give and go, tipped and stolen away by Marin Sandbo. Up the floor, Sandbo drives all the way, but her shot's blocked by Bressler. Rebounded by El Dorado. They look to push with 1 minute to go in the 3rd. Top of the key, Hull wide open 3. Misses off the heel, long rebound, Kaysen Blake. Here comes McPherson. Blake slows it down, finds Audra Sandbo. And now Marin will control the point. Alvord far corner, 2 clock separated by about 18 seconds in this 3rd quarter. Sandbo weaves through traffic, bounce pass was tipped, a dive forward, it's loose, and a foul called on McPherson. Foul on Kaysen Blake, her first, team 2nd of this 3rd quarter, as Brooke Doyle and Riley Whitfield will check in for McPherson. Liz Kemboy back in for El Dorado. Kaysen Blake and Audra Sandbo will head to the bench for McPherson. 36.2 to go, 3rd quarter, so if you do the math, 2 clock separated by 1.2 seconds. 36-32 McPherson. It was 30-24 at halftime. Kemboy far side poked away by Whitfield, tipped out of bounds, and to McPherson. They say off the leg of Kemboy. Good defense by McPherson. Now they have a chance to get the last shot of the 3rd quarter. 25.9 to go in the frame. Shot clock turned off. Marin Sandbo slowly takes the ball up the floor. Now Whitfield, and now to Doyle near midcourt. Sandbo has it, now game clock down to 10 in the 3rd quarter. Doyle gets a screen from Alvord, or rather Sandbo, then just dribbles it off her foot and out of bounds. And El Dorado with 3.6 to go in the quarter, but they have to go the length of the floor. Played into Kemboy with 3. I don't think she knew it, gives it up ahead. Now a deep shot at the buzzer, may have been blocked, and that's the end of the 3rd quarter. McPherson still with the lead, but it's a 4-point lead, 36-32. 4th quarter coming up after this. We're back in 30 seconds from the Roundhouse. This is Bullpup Basketball from the Midway Motors broadcast booth on KMCP.
The hub where good times been. Brick of it up where dreams begin. Food and bake just for you. The hub's the place for some.
Hey, it's Sammy from the Hub Brick Oven and Brewery, inviting y'all to join us in Mound Ridge. The station, Coffee and Bakery, is open at 7:30 a.m. Monday through Saturday for all your coffee, bakery, and ice cream fixes. Don't forget to try one of our delicious appetizers. Our brick oven is fired up from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. Monday through Saturday. Come get your grub at the Hub.
98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
36-32 McPherson, 3 quarters down, 1 to go. And boy, oh boy, do we have a fun finish on our hands. El Dorado looking to defeat McPherson for the first time since 1998. McPherson looking to keep their 27-game win streak against El Dorado alive. Coverage of Bullpup basketball brought to you in part by Farmer State Bank, Crop Lumber, Mound Ridge Tractor, Blue Stem Communities, Health Equip, Hospice and Home Care of Reno County, Scooters Coffee, Hutch Regional Med Center, Farm Bureau with Luke Bauer, Inman Funeral Home, Headland Electric, the Bradbury Company, the Hub, MTC, and Gearing Hardware. I'd like to thank them and all our sponsors for giving you coverage of Bullpup basketball. McPherson will have the ball to start off the 4th quarter, up by 4 points. Marin Sandbo on the near side picks up the dribble, bounce pass into Doyle, size advantage, turns, shoots, and scores. Brooke didn't score in that 3rd quarter, but she starts off the 4th quarter on a high note. She has 12 points, and it's 38-32 McPherson, 7:35 remaining. Top of the key on the drive, Euro step. Layup missed by Parker, offensive rebound. Bressler missed the shot. Now another tip and a rebound by Carly Cooper for McPherson. High pass, opposite end. Left side, Doyle, she wants a 3. Short. Whitfield tries to save it and does, but to El Dorado. No, she was out of bounds, and McPherson will get it back. Pass was tipped. Addie Holt caught the pass, but the official said she was out of bounds. McPherson gets it back. Sandbo looking to throw in. Deep inbound to Whitfield. Back to Sandbo, far corner. They'll slow it down. Fresh shot clock for McPherson. They could take as much time as they want. Up by 6. Well, as much time as they want. At most 35 seconds. Whitfield gets a screen. Now dials up a 3. Misses. Rebound tipped. Cooper tries to get it, but it's taken by Bressler for El Dorado. Deep pass up ahead, near side. Parker drives, but a blocking foul called on McPherson on the floor on Riley Whitfield. That's her 2nd, team's 1st of this 4th quarter. And El Dorado will bring Audrina Scott back in. 38-32 McPherson. Also checking back in, Hadley Morgan for the Wildcats. .650 remaining. El Dorado with the ball. They play it in near side. They're down by 6. Bressler, top of the key. Goes to her right, picks it up. Now a handoff and a 3. Misses by Morgan. Rebound McPherson. Up ahead, here's Whitfield on the near side. They'll slow it down and work around left side. Alvord thought about a 3, but backs off. Now Marin Sandbo turns near side. Cooper back to between the rocks. Still plenty of time. Far side. Whitfield kicks out to Cooper. Now Marin Sandbo wide open for a 3. Got it to go! A big-time 3 by Marin Sandbo. Her 2nd 3 of the game, and she has 8 points. 41-32 McPherson. 9-point lead, their largest of the game with 6:05 to go. Hull on the far side gets a screen. Kicks near side to Hadley. On the drive, step back, and kick into the corner for Scott. Scott gets a screen, gets 2 screens. Now Bressler holds the ball back to Hadley. Shot clock at 12. Hadley turns, shoots a 3, misses. Rebounded by McPherson. Piper Alvord with the board. She pushes up ahead to Whitfield. Whitfield, a couple of stop-and-go moves. They'll slow it down now. Sandbo between the circles. Calls out something to Cooper. 5.5 minutes left. McPherson up by 9. Sandbo far side. Another 3. Got it! Back-to-back trays by Marin Sandbo. And McPherson leads by double digits. 44-32 McPherson. 5:15 to go. Timeout El Dorado. McPherson right back on top and up by 12. 44-32, 5:15 to go. We'll take a timeout with them. We're back in 30 seconds from the Roundhouse. This is Bullpup basketball from the Midway Motors broadcast booth on KMCP.
Hello, I'm Gloria Schrader, a proud McPherson parent and grandparent who believes that teamwork is key to reaching our goals. Working in the claims department at Farmers Alliance, I love seeing our company unite to support our policyholders through tough times. Being a part of a team that helps people rebuild their lives is as awesome as a victory in the big game. At Farmers Alliance, we're excited to be part of this amazing community and thrilled to cheer on all our local teams to success.
98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
44-32, McPherson. Back-to-back three-pointers made by Marin Sanbo puts McPherson up by 12, their largest lead of the game. And El Dorado forced to call a timeout. They got 2 left here in this one. Be a part of the legacy at the Roundhouse. The McPherson High School Booster Club presents the McPherson Invitational, January 22nd through 24th, and Mid-America Classic, January 29th through 31st. Daily admission is $10. El Dorado throws it in, now down by 12, 5:15 to go. Near side ball tipped by Sanbo out of bounds. It'll stay with El Dorado, but good defense by Sanbo. She's been well into the passing lanes today. El Dorado keeps shot clock at 20 when they threw it in. Far side, 3 on the way, misses. Rebound tipped on the near side. El Dorado tracks it down with a fresh shot clock. That 3 was by Briley Jeffries, who checked in for the first time today. Now far side, it's Morgan, just puts it up, out of bounds, and to McPherson. I think she thought she was closer to the rim than she actually was, so it's back the other way. McPherson's ball with 4:49 to go, up by 12. Marin Sambo, Carly Cooper, Jersey Alexander, Brooke Doyle, Riley Whitfield, the 5 on the floor. Whitfield has it near side, drives after a screen, kick far corner. Alexander for 3, short. Rebound tapped by Doyle, but out of bounds. Tried to find Alexander, but just away from the line of fire on that tip. Back to El Dorado, but first they'll bring Jenna Hadley back in, and she'll check in for Briley Jeffries. 44-32 McPherson, but El Dorado with the ball. Down by 12. Hadley with the ball on the far side, gets a screen. Wants to look in, but instead gives it up right next to her. Morgan high pass Scott, lost the handle, but picks it back up. Morgan turns, shoots, misses, but a foul called. And 2 free throws coming up for Hadley Morgan. And foul on Marin Sanbo, her first. Team second of this fourth quarter. Morgan is 1 for 2 at the line, but those came in the first quarter. She has 6 points today. The 5'8" freshman, first free throw, swish. And she's played pretty well today, and she's played really pretty well all season, so bright future ahead of her. The young freshman sporting the all bright orange shoes steps at the line for the second free throw, trying to make it a 10-point game. She misses the second one. She goes 1 for 2. Long rebound by Whitfield. McPherson with the ball. 44-33. McPherson leads, 4:05 remaining. Marin Sanbo kicks far side to Whitfield on the left wing. Waves the ball. Now she drives, steps up, pulls up for 2. Too strong. Rebounded by El Dorado. Parker, deep pass on the drive. Bressler, now Scott kicks near side. Ball poked away and lost out of bounds by Hadley. A turnover back to McPherson. 3:45 to go. McPherson gets it back. While we have this pause in the action, I'd like to thank our partners, Hutchinson Community College, Alliance Agency, APAC Shears, Raleigh Insurance, McPherson Dental Care, Pile and Tallgrass Turf Solutions. McPherson gets past the pressure. Doyle kick in. Cooper shot blocked, but a foul called on arm contact. And Carly Cooper is going back to the line. Now she's 4 for 6, but all of those were in the first quarter. Foul on Ellie Bressler, her 4th foul. And 2 free throws for Carly Cooper. She has 8 points. First free throw rattles in. Make it 9. One shy of tying a career high. What she set on Saturday. Words are hard. Second free throw good, so she does have 10 points. Piper Alver back in for McPherson. She replaces Jersey Alexander. Liz Kimboy also back in for El Dorado. 46-33 McPherson, 3:36 remaining here at the Roundhouse. It's the final game for both of these teams before they get a much-needed one-week break before their midseason invitationals. Here's a crossover move and a Euro step floater by Parker misses. Doyle gets the rebound. Up ahead, Alvord wide open inside, but now defenders came in, lost the ball out of bounds, and it will stay with McPherson. Not a clean catch by Alvord on that deep pass, and now McPherson to throw it in. Sandbo plays it in near side. Doyle spins, shot up, missed, but a foul called as Doyle hits the deck. And 2 free throws coming up for Brooke. And foul on Bressler, that's her 5th. She's out of the game. Team 2nd of this 4th quarter, but Ellie Bressler will be done for the day as Addie Hull comes in for her. Bressler finishes with 2 points today. But 2 free throws for Brooke Doyle, who goes to the line more than any other player on this team, but this is her first trip today. First free throw in and out. 64% foul line shooter. These are free throw attempts, 53 and 54 for her this year. And this is game number 12. Second free throw. Misses as well. Rebound fought for, but El Dorado comes down with it. Then a reach-in foul called on McPherson. Foul on Carly Cooper, her 4th. Team's 3rd of this 4th quarter, 3:10 to go. McPherson up by 13. El Dorado with the ball, 46-33 the score. Kemboy hands off to the right side. Hadley now top of the key to Parker. Kick near side to Hull. Ball poked away, but a reach-in foul will be called on Alvord. Her second, team's 4th of the 4th quarter. And El Dorado will throw it in to Kemboy near midcourt. Fresh shot clock for El Dorado. 2:55 to go in the game. 46-33 McPherson. Hadley gets a screen, top of the key to Parker. Now pass inside, wide open layup. Crawls in for Hadley Morgan. 9 points for the freshman. 46-35 with 2:35 to go. McPherson with the lead and the ball. Cooper on the near side. Now top of the key, Alvord. Far side, Doyle. To Marin Sandbo now. Into the corner for Alvord. Ball poked away, but she got it back. Picks up the dribble. They'll work around the perimeter. Pretty much a game of keep away to waste some clock. Shot clock now at 10, and timeout called by McPherson with 2:16 remaining, and we'll take one with them. With 9 on the shot clock, McPherson will have the ball up by 11. We're back in 30 seconds from the Roundhouse. This is Bullpup basketball from the Midway Motors broadcast booth on KMCP.
Ring in the new year with 120 days of MTC fiber internet for free. Make faster internet your easiest resolution by visiting mtcforme.com/getfibernow, calling 877-216-9951, or stopping by one of our offices in Little River, Lyons, Marquette, McPherson, or Sterling. New year, new internet with MTC fiber internet.
98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
2:16 remaining. McPherson 46, El Dorado 35 in this girls basketball matchup at the Roundhouse. Coverage of Bullpup basketball presented by McPherson College. You bring the dream, we'll build the team. Success is a team effort. Begin building yours at McPherson College. Stream live audio and video with the Ad Astra Radio app, powered by Next Tech Wireless. Find the latest phones and devices at the best prices. We're also brought to you in part by McPherson Center for Health, McPherson Laundry, Freddy's Frozen Custard and Steak Burgers, Pools Plus, Mid-Kansas Credit Union, Bullseye Irrigation, the Pooh Squad, and Terra Financial Crop Insurance. 9 on the shot clock when McPherson plays it in. 2:19 to go. Handoff knocked away and taken by El Dorado. Chance to cut it to single digits with 2:10 to go. Hull, kick near side to Parker, drives baseline, Euro layup, misses, but a foul called. And Cameron Parker will shoot 2 with 2:06 to go. Foul on Piper Alvord, her 3rd, team's 5th, putting El Dorado in the bonus for the remainder of the game. But Cameron Parker at the line, and she is 2 for 2 today. First free throw, good. 10-point game, 46-36 McPherson, 2:06 remaining. Not over yet by any stretch of the imagination. Second free throw, good. If she missed it, there would have been a lane violation on McPherson, but she made it, so it didn't matter. 46-37 Bullpups, 2 minutes left. Whitfield, kick near side to Alvord, now to Sandbo in the corner. Thought about a three, but drives baseline, held up, cross-court feed. Whitfield, she'll try a three. Just misses, rebound El Dorado. El Dorado down by 9, but 1:45 to go. Hadley drives all the way, layup, good, but it won't count. Offensive foul called. A gutsy charge, or gutsy draw charge attempt by Carly Cooper, who has 4 fouls. But she sacrifices her body to force the charge and the turnover. And back to McPherson it will go. Gutsy play defensively by Carly Cooper. And McPherson keeps up by 9. And what wiped away what would have been a 3-point opportunity. Whitfield near side, bounce pass into Alvord, shot blocked, but a foul called. And Piper Alvord will shoot 2. Cameron Parker called for her second, team's 4th. Next one puts McPherson in the bonus the rest of the way. 2 free throws for Piper Alvord. She is 4 for 6 today. El Dorado, or correction, Piper Alvord at the line. First free throw, good. Sporting the bright orange shoes, what I was going to get with El Dorado, bringing in Bella White. She comes back in for Addie Hull. 1:24 to go. That puts McPherson back up by 10. Can Alvord make it 11? On its way, and good. After going 0 for 2, Piper Alvord has made 6 straight free throws. Audra Sandbo will come in for Alvord now with 1:24 remaining. And Piper Alvord with 9 points for the Pups. 48-37, McPherson, El Dorado with the ball, 1:20 remaining. Kemboy near side to Hadley. Hadley kick inside to Parker. Parker sheds off a defender, shoots and scores off the glass. And El Dorado will call a timeout. Parker got that one to drop. It's a 9-point game, 1:06 to go. And Coach Whitehead will talk things over. We'll take a timeout with them. We're back in 30 seconds from the Roundhouse. This is Bullpup basketball from the Midway Motors broadcast booth on KMCP.
Next Tech Wireless, get truly unlimited data as low as $40 a month. And get the latest devices like the iPhone 17 on us. iPhone 17 has a 6.3-inch ProMotion display, Ceramic Shield 2, all 48-megapixel rear cameras, center stage front camera, A19 chip, and more. Next Tech Wireless, celebrating 20 years of connecting Kansans.
98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
1:06 remaining. McPherson 48, El Dorado 39. El Dorado just scored and then called a timeout. They just have 1 remaining as Coach Chance Whitehead in his first year with El Dorado wants to draw up something defensively to try to mount this comeback against McPherson. McPherson with the ball, up by 9 though. Both teams in the bonus the rest of the way. 5 on the floor for McPherson are Audra Sandbo, Marin Sandbo, Piper Alvord, Riley Whitfield, and Brooke Doyle. Whitfield will be the one to throw it in. She looks. It'll be a home run ball to Marin Sandbo, who is wide open on the other end. Collects, shoots, and scores. And the softball star Riley Whitfield threw that one like a pitcher in baseball. And now McPherson up by 11, 50 seconds to go. Pass stolen away by Whitfield. And McPherson with the ball. 2 clock separated by 12 seconds left in this game. Coach Kinnaman will let them work the clock around, as they will waste some time. And when the shot clock expires, there'll be 13 seconds. Shot clock is at 12. McPherson up 50-39. as there's 22 seconds left in the game. Sambo gets past a defender, near side Whitfield, tries a three, you betcha! The icing on the cake comes from Riley Whitfield. 8 points for her, and the Bullpups up by 14 with 10 seconds left, but a foul called inside on a shot attempt on El Dorado, and they'll shoot 2 free throws with 7 seconds remaining as Piper Albert gets hit with her 4th foul. But at the line for 2, Jenna Hadley. She has 10 points but has not scored in the second half. First free throw misses. 7 seconds remaining. And McPherson will likely move to 6-6 on the year. Second free throw good by Hadley. They'll just look to play it in, and then they can just keep it in the backcourt. They don't have to move into the forecourt because there's less than 10 seconds left. Now 3 seconds, now to Whitfield with 2, with 1, and McPherson has won their 3rd in a row. Final score, McPherson 53, El Dorado 40. The Bullpups will get a much-needed break with a 500 record at 6-6 on the year and 3 wins in a row. And the win streak against El Dorado improves now to 28 in a row. We're back after this for the Bullpup Locker Room Show. This is Bullpup Basketball from the Midway Motors broadcast booth on KMCP.
Coverage of Bullpup Basketball continues next with the Bullpup Locker Room Show. Stay tuned as we name tonight's play and player of the game. The McPherson Bullpups play on 98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
Take your game to the next level at McPherson College, home to KCAC champions, NAIA All-Americans, and champions of character. McPherson College is a growing campus with expanded athletic facilities, updated dorms, and a new student center opening in 2025. Learn about our 40-plus majors and pre-professional programs, scholarships, and graduating without debt at macbulldogs.com. Your journey to greatness starts here. It's a great day to be a Bulldog.
At Mid-Kansas Credit Union, we live by our motto, grounded in the past, growing for the future. We are a full-service credit union with offices in Mound Ridge and Buhler. Mid-Kansas Credit Union would like to wish all the athletes the best of luck as they compete this season.
This is Derek Fees with APAC Kansas Shears Division. You know we do big projects, but we also want you to know we can help you with parking lots, driveways, and other projects at your home or business. Asphalt or concrete, we're here to help. Call APAC today at 620-662-2112.
Here's a bright idea. Streaming without buffering. It's not 2014. There's no reason for laggy internet and buffering shows. IdeaTech has the technology. It's fiber optic cable. IdeaTech has brought high-speed fiber to 75 communities and counting. Don't put up with outdated internet. Streaming without buffering. Another bright idea from IdeaTech. Get fast, modern IdeaTech internet at ideatech.com.
Experience the best in customer service when you call Alliance Agency Inc. for a Buckeye Insurance Group personal insurance quote. Alliance Agency Inc. can provide insurance coverage to meet your family's needs. Protect your financial future by calling Alliance Agency Inc. at 620-241-0213. Buckeye Insurance Group and Alliance Agency Inc. working together to protect you.
98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
Welcome into the Bullpup Locker Room Show. The McPherson girls win 53-40 here this evening. McPherson's now won 3 in a row. They are 6-6 on the year and will take a much-needed break before getting ready for the Mid-America Classic. El Dorado will next play in the Lady Cat Classic next week, but they have now lost 3 in a row. They are 5-6 on the year overall. McPherson as a team shot 16 of 44 for 36%. They were 33% from 3, 6 of 18. And then from the free throw line, 15 of 30 here today. El Dorado shot 32%, shooting 13 of 40. They were 31% from 3, 4 for 13, and then 10 for 15 at the charity stripe. McPherson's leading scorer was Brooke Doyle with 12 it was Marin Sambo with 13, but Brooke Doyle had 12 points and 11 rebounds to give her a double-double on the game. Carly Cooper had 10 points, Piper Albert with 9, Riley Whitfield with 8, and then Kaysen Blake with 1 point. Leading scorer for El Dorado was Jenna Hadley. She had 11 points, and Cameron Parker had 10 for El Dorado. Hadley Morgan had 9. Addie Hull had 3. Ellie Bressler and Liz Kemboy had 2 points apiece. McPherson and El Dorado each turned the ball over 19 times. McPherson 12 assists on 16 made baskets. El Dorado 10 assists on 13 made baskets here today. Joining us on the headset now is the head coach of the Bull Pups, Clint Kinnaman. Coach, bit back and forth for a while, then you guys pulled away in the fourth quarter. How are you able to do so?
Well, I told them this is a lot better team than what they saw last year. And I'd watched them on film. I think I watched 4 tapes of them. And every game, they were doing some things that they can create issues. And I thought they did a really good job of getting some scores, especially in the first half. I didn't think our defense was worth a rip the majority of the night. So we've got some things we need to clean up. But, I'll give them credit. They made some plays offensively, and we weren't quite as sharp defensively.
6 made threes on the game, and shots are falling again. I know it's something you guys were longing for a while. I know one big woe on the day were free throws. Because, you guys were fouled 21 times, but you went 15 of 30 at the free throw line.
Yeah, we talked about the half. I think we were 7 of 15 at the half. And that's going to get you beat, in a really close one-possession, two-possession game. You've got to score at the line. And the crazy thing is we shoot a ton of free throws in practice, and for the most part, they're pretty good, solid free throw shooters. So we got to get a little bit more confidence in some of them from the line, because some of our shooters getting to the line, their percentages are a little bit lower than some of the others. So we've got to get that taken care of. I thought Marin was awfully good tonight. She got a lot of deflections, wasn't able to necessarily come up with the steals out of them, but she was in passing lanes pretty well. Brooke, that's the Brooke that we've been expecting the whole year. So it was really good to see her play closer to, what her capabilities are and what our expectations are of her.
Yeah, Sambo with a team-high 13. Brooke with 12 points, 11 boards for a double-double. And speaking of boards, rebounds was definitely the story of the game. Not just you out-rebounding them 42-25, but how about 19 offensive boards?
We had tremendous activity. I think there was one possession in the first half where I think Brooke may have had three offensive rebounds herself. So our activity going to the glass was really good. That's also one of those cases where we didn't necessarily shoot it great from the field, so we had a lot of opportunities. But, I liked our activity on the offensive glass for sure.
We get a much-needed break before getting ready for what's going to be a tough Mid-America Classic with just how great the field is coming in next week. But, what will you guys focus on over this next week?
Well, it gives you – when you have a few days, it gives you opportunities to tweak some things, maybe put a few new wrinkles in that you haven't had in. That are going to be good for your personnel. So that'll give us a little bit of chance of that. We'll take Thursday off. We're going to get after it tomorrow, and then we'll come back Friday. We'll be in the auxiliary gym, after tomorrow. So that makes it a little bit tougher in there. But, we'll do what we can, get them ready. Coaches are going to be working their tails off watching a lot of film. I think today I secured – I think it was 37 videos of the teams in the tournament. So,
wow.
Oh, yeah, everybody's going to get a little, here's yours, here's yours, here's yours, Merry Christmas. Get out there and get them scouted up a little bit.
Absolutely. Coach, congrats on the win tonight. We'll see you next week.
All right, thanks, Lane.
Head coach Clint Kinnaman joining us on the headset. We'll be back after this to conclude the Bullpup Locker Room Show. This is Bullpup Basketball for the Midway Motors broadcast booth on KMCP.
More of the Bullpup Locker Room Show is next. Listen all season for McPherson Bullpups basketball on Ad Astra Radio. 98.9 and 1540 KMCP. The McPherson Bullpups play here.
When today is unpredictable, staying focused on your long-term financial goal matters more than ever. Count on your Ameriprise financial advisor for personalized, goal-based advice to help you navigate now and stay on track for tomorrow. Call Prairie Hills Financial Group, a private wealth advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services, LLC today at 620-504-5062. Offices located in McPherson, Hutchinson, Wichita, and Dodge City, Kansas.
Hi, this is Lucas Raleigh with Raleigh Insurance. With a family myself, I know how important managing expenses are. If you are thinking about shopping your family's insurance, let us do the shopping for you with our newly expanded markets and carriers. As an independent agency, we've been saving families across Kansas for the past 50 years. Check out RaleighInsurance.biz, see me in Little River, or stop by Raleigh Insurance in Inman or Lyons today.
Since 1965, your choice for home, auto, farm, and commercial insurance. Raleigh Insurance.
Looking for memory care that feels like home? Pleasant View Home offers private rooms, 24-hour specialized care, and monitored doorways for safety so you can have peace of mind. Our memory care neighborhood includes a secure outdoor courtyard and its very own activity director to keep residents active, engaged, and fulfilled. This is care that puts the resident first, with compassion, comfort, and respect. Pleasant View Home in Inman.
The new Ranke E3 uses high-strength steel because it's tried and true. Why mess with perfection? The industry's highest strength-to-weight ratio is used in all Ranke systems. At Ranke, you can take your pick from a range of materials to fend off corrosion and cater to your specific needs. Contact your local Ranke dealer, Bullseye Irrigation of Inman, today. Ranke uses common sense just like you do. Discover common sense. Discover the new E3. Bullseye Irrigation of Inman is your Ranke dealer. Ranke, more right than rain.
98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
Welcome back to the Roundhouse for the final time tonight. McPherson girls win by a final score of 53-40. McPherson improves to 6-6 on the year. El Dorado falls to 5-6 on the season. Both of these teams get much-needed breaks before their midseason invitationals. The Bullpups will have the Mid-America Classic here at the Roundhouse January 29th through 31st. El Dorado will have their home invitational the 29th through 31st for the Lady Cat Classic. Time now for the Hub Brick Oven play of the game, and there were some pretty decent ones. And honestly, there's a lot that are kind of tough to realize. But I think Coach Kinnaman kind of said it. It's I think the 3 offensive rebounds that Brooke had in one possession. Now I don't think it resulted in points. I think it resulted in her getting fouled and going to the line. But still, the tenacity and stick-to-itiveness by McPherson. And I think that was prime example of it. So that'll be the Hub Brick Oven play of the game, featuring the world famous Brick Oven Pizza. Get your grub at the Hub, located at 100 South Christian in Mound Ridge. And before we get out of here, I'd like to thank our sponsors, Pile Law. If you've been injured at work or in a car wreck, Pile Law takes the time to explain your options and give you the benefits you deserve. We're also brought to you by The Good Merchant, So Swedish, Wave Tech Roofing, and Central Christian College. Brooke will also be our People's Bank and Trust player of the game with the double-double, 12 points and 11 rebounds. We're going to give a tip of the cap to Carly Cooper, though, who was terrific on both sides of the ball today, and to Marin Sandbo. But Brooke, being everywhere on both sides of the ball, she will be the People's Bank and Trust player of the game. Community banking at its best with 21 locations in Kansas. This is People's Country. That's going to do it for us here at the Roundhouse. Special thanks to Sherry Bruce and Jeremy Snap for helping out tonight. We'll be back on Thursday for the McPherson Invitational, where the Bullpup boys will play at 7:45. We'll have pregame coverage beginning 20 minutes prior to their tip-off time, as the Bullpup boys will take on Blue Valley High School in the final game of day 1 of the McPherson Invitational. They'll also play Friday and Saturday here at the Roundhouse. And then they'll have a game against El Dorado next Tuesday before the girls have the Mid-America Classic. Then it's doubleheaders the rest of the way till the postseason. But should be a fun next couple of weeks here at the Roundhouse. This is Len Gillespie saying thank you so much for tuning in here on your Tuesday night. We'll be back this Thursday. This has been a presentation of McPherson High School basketball on 98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
At Midway Motors, we are here for you for every mile of life. Whether you're shopping for a new or used vehicle or selling one, Midway Motors will buy your vehicle even if you're not in the market to buy one of ours. Just stop by one of our 5 locations and one of our appraisers will evaluate your vehicle and you can leave with a check the same day. It's fast and easy. Visit MidwayMotors.com for more information. Midway Motors, for every mile of life.
Your home for McPherson Bullpup Basketball. 98.9 and 1540 KMCP. For more Bullpup coverage, find exclusive stories and streaming audio online at AdAstroRadio.com.